Did you know that over 80% of people who lost weight, they're ending up regaining it within a few years? And the reason why is not because they don't know what to do, but rather because of small everyday habits that quietly creep up every day. Habit is something that we're doing automatically with very little or no mental effort or consciousness, like tying your shoes or brushing your teeth. And the first step to change the habit is to be aware of it. So in this video, we're gonna cover the most common habits that sabotage people's weight loss progress. So let's get started. Let's start first with the mental habits. And those are the most important ones because what's going on in your mind will dictate what you do and how you behave. The first habit is perfectionism or nothing mentality. For example, let's say you're eating clean from Monday to Friday. You're eating your veggies, your fruits, your lean proteins. You are in a calorie deficit. You're sticking to your diet. But then on Saturday, you have a cheat meal. And then you feel guilty. And then you feel like you already cheated, so you might as well enjoy yourself. And that cheat meal becomes a cheat day. And that cheat day becomes a cheat, and you're overeating calorie intake over the weekend, which will completely sabotage all the calorie deficit and the hard work that you put in during the week, which will make you not lose weight, will make you maintain the weight or even gain weight. Each negative habit can create a domino effect. So for example, after the whole weekend of eating cheat meals, you feel guilty, you feel shame, you have a regret, and that can cause self-negative talk habit where you're telling yourself, I always feel like I'm ending up quitting on my diet. I feel like a failure. I'm never going to be able to stick to it. And that's negative self-talk can make you quit on your progress and your process. So instead of telling yourself negatively, try to assess why that happened, what causes you to eat cheat meals, and developing better strategies moving forward. Give yourself grace and learn from the experience. Another mental habit is comparing yourself to other people. When you're scrolling on social media and you're looking perfectly looking physiques, beautiful people at the gym, they're looking in a perfect shape, and you feel like no matter what you do and how hard you are working, you're not going to be able to look like them. That habit, when you compare yourself to other people, can be discouraging. Instead of comparing yourself to other people, which is highly based on genetics, experience, age, many different factors, focus on yourself. Focus on how you can be the best version of yourself. And that's going to give you a peace and make you feel much better instead of constantly comparing yourself to other people. Another mental habit is seeking instant gratification, where we're constantly looking for a magical new training program, nutritional diet, supplementation, or changing our coach or training modalities. We jumping from program to program, from training to training, and we're not patient enough to see tangible results in progress. This is a marathon sprint. Progress takes time. Changing your body, your health, and your habits takes time. So we have to be patient enough to dedicate enough time to the process and be consistent with it to get the results that we want. And another mental habit is adjusting your expectations. Don't expect that you're gonna look like Ronnie Coleman in his prime, or like your favorite influencer, and that you're gonna lose 50 pounds in 2 months. This whole process takes time. So lower your expectations, and instead of focusing on outcome goals, such as having a six-pack or losing 20 pounds, focus on the process goals, meaning things that you can do daily that will help you to get to your goal, such as making sure that you are consistent going to the gym, for example, 3 times a week, getting enough sleep, eating 3 meals. If you're focusing on specific daily actions and on the process goals, the outcome goals will follow. Now, let's talk about lifestyle habits. We can go to the gym for 1 hour, but what about the rest 23 hours? And the first habit is going to bed late, because maybe at night you're social media, you're watching Netflix, or you're hanging out with your friends or going out and partying, and if you're not getting enough sleep the next day, obviously you're going to be tired. Maybe you're not going to be training as hard at the gym. Maybe you're even going to be skipping your workouts. You're going to be moving less, so you're going to be burning less calories. Also, When you're not getting enough sleep, you might look for fast foods, quick, convenient, highly processed, highly calorie palatable foods, and that can impact your weight loss progress. And next lifestyle habit is not having a plan, not having a structure, and just kind of winging it. If you're just kind of going to the gym whenever you feel like it or whenever you have time, then it's going to be very difficult to be consistent with your workout. It's going to be very easy for you to skip the workouts. Put your workouts on the calendars, have the schedule, plan your workouts during the time where you have the easiest time and actually have the time available to go to the gym. And make them as an appointment, because if it's not on the calendar and you're kind of randomly going to the gym, it's going to be much easier for you to skip on the workouts. The same thing with your meals. Have a window of time where you're going to eat your meals. What time you're going to eat your breakfast or lunch or dinner, and what you're going to eat on those meals. You don't have to be perfect, but having some type of a plan is going to increase the chances for you to be consistent with those things than actually just going and eating and going to the gym based on when you feel like it or when you have time. Next habit is mindless snacking. Maybe because you are bored or stressed out or you're rushing when you're eating your food and you kind of distracted and eating quickly. Your brain doesn't have enough time to register the sensation of fullness. And that can make you to overeat on your calories, but hundreds of calories, and significantly slow down your progress with the weight loss, or even make you gain weight if you're over consuming and you're snacking. Next habit is drinking your calories. If you're drinking coffee with creams and sugars and syrups or juices or alcohol, that can add up to hundreds and hundreds of calories into your diet. And you're not creating enough calorie deficit to tap into fat, and you're just gonna maintain your weight or even gain weight. Next habit is overeating on the weekend. Some people have that mentality where they feel like on the weekend, I'm gonna allow myself to enjoy myself because I work hard and I earn it and I deserve. And that's fine. It's okay to enjoy your weekends. But if you're overeating on the weekends or overdoing it, then you're gonna overeat on your calorie intake and gain weight. Another habit factor that can influence the way you eat and your weight loss progress is your social circle. If most of your friends or people that you're hanging out with, they don't care about and they're eating like shit and they're partying and they're judging you and making stupid comments when you're trying to eat healthy, then that's going to be much more difficult for you to improve on your fitness journey and lose weight and get healthy. So choosing a social circle of friends who's supporting your goals, who understand or ideally doing the same thing. They also exercise, they are fit, they are healthy. They're going to be supporting you without judgment. They're going to be encouraging you and keeping you accountable. So choosing the right social circle is crucial to help you with your weight loss progress and your fitness journey. And the last habit is emotional eating. And I already mentioned that before, but a lot of people deal with stress by snacking and mindlessly eating. So when you find yourself in that stage, try to find a hobby or do something, maybe go for a walk, journal, do a meditation, stretching, occupying your mind so you're not mindlessly eating. And also if you have very sedentary job or very sedentary lifestyle, make sure that you're going out for a walk, try to stay a little more active. That's gonna also help you to burn more calories and help you with the fitness, with the fat loss progress. So oftentimes the solution is not another diet program or another training plan, but rather self-awareness and changing your lifestyle, your behaviors, and your habits. But when you try to change your habit, don't try to focus on everything at once, because that might be overwhelming and not sustainable. So focus on one habit at a time. Once that becomes part of your lifestyle, like for example, let's say for the next 3 weeks, I want to focus on being consistent eating 3 nutritious meals that contains fiber and protein. Once that becomes part of your routine, it feels automatically, doesn't feel like you're using a lot of willpower, then you can transition to the next habit. Some of the habits have also a compound effect. Like for example, if you're getting enough sleep, the next day you have more energy, so you're gonna be training harder, you're gonna be more active, more calories. You're also gonna have more willpower, which is gonna help you to be more disciplined and resist cravings and temptations for fast foods. So certain habits have a compound effect. So focus on one thing at a time. I hope that was helpful. Let me know in the comments, what do you think? What are the habits that you're struggling with or sabotage your fitness progress, and how you overcome that? So thank you for watching. Click like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.